The spear, Gunther inadvertently caught the official with a backhand. Uso now top rope. Uso splash. Can he capitalize? I think he landed on the bad arm. But Jay trying to pull himself to the cover on Gunther here. Cover on Gunther. Hook of the leg. Patton back into position. And that slight hesitation may have cost Uso as Gunther kicks it 2.5. What a matchup here tonight in the semifinals.
Jay had it. Jay had it.
And now Gunther. Gunther's had enough. Hooks the bad arm. Now he's got Jay in some sort of sleeper here. Legs wrapped like a constrictor around the waist. Jey Uso's fading. Gunther's got it locked in. Jey Uso with nowhere to go. Jey Uso doesn't have anything left, I don't believe. Referee Chad Patton gonna check him. It's over. Gunther advances to the finals. He'll face Randy Orton or Tama Tonga on Saturday.
No limits.
I choose you, Roman Reigns.
Aren't you getting saved by DX?
Brutus Bull!
You broke the all-time record for the largest gathering of trailer park trash The Rock has ever seen.
Kind of pulls on my heartstrings.
So now we have a problem.
This is Draw Straws Raw with your host, the Raw Dog, Eric B. And Randy C. And now, on with the show.
Release the hounds.
Hello, friends, listeners, and newcomers. It's me, the Raw Dog, Eric B., and I'm here on the Draw Straws Raw Review, coming to you on Sundays night's main event. I'm joined, as always, by my puppy in crime. It is Randy C. Randy C., give the people a little bit of a bark, a little bit of a whine, or just whatever you feel like doing today, pup.
A little bit of a bark, a little bit of one. Hey, Eric B, it's me, Randy C. And as usual, we're powered by something, but it's been pretty much the same thing every single week for the last month. Anyways, The Law Live Audio Wrestling, hosted by Chris Tidwell and Brady Wedham. Want to know more about mixed martial arts, combat sports, or wrestling? Listen to The Law Live Audio Wrestling here on Sunday night's main event and their YouTube page, youtube.com, The Law Wrestling. And as usual, we're powered by Chiquita Bananas. Why, Minoru?
Monkeys never collapse.
No, they never cramp, and neither did the Jays the last couple of days, and that is great. But speaking about no cramps, he's never a cramp to me. That is my friend Eric B. How you doing, sir?
I am doing so good. I had like a very nice long weekend, which I completely forgot was a long weekend because in real life, I am one of the real estate agents out there in the world. And yeah, I mean, we work all the time anyway, so it doesn't really affect us too much when it's a long weekend. That being said, man, I feel like this weekend, Randy, needs to be like christened the weekend of fights in sports, because not only did we have UFC, not only did we have the Tyson Fury match with, you know, completely out of nowhere results. Thank you, Drake, for placing that curse once again onto people. Man, if I am in pro sports and I see that Drake bet on me, I'm like, oh man, I am done. This is over. Like, he is the curse of the curse of the curse. But then also, Randy, did you see the news about that NASCAR fight? Shit was hilarious, man. That first punch is just the fucking funniest right hand I've ever seen in my entire life. And then the follow-ups after that is like, dude, I swear to God, it's like your grandpa's all getting into a state of fisticuffs out of nowhere at the family gathering because the potato salad has ran out. And it was just hilariously wild, man. Like, I love seeing that shit. What about you?
Yeah, I love NASCAR. I play it on my Xbox. There's nothing more fun than playing NASCAR as a Canadian with a whole bunch of Texans on a Sunday morning, NASCAR heat, and listening to the conversations that go on. It is absolutely hilarious. And yes,
Oh,
I
you mean
did.
like when you're live? Like you like listen and live on when you
No,
go
no.
live and you're playing games?
So normally on a Sunday or whatever, before a race,
Yeah.
it's like the same group of people that always go and play these races on a Sunday morning. So
Right.
sometimes I hop in and go into these lobbies, and literally,
Gotcha.
90% of them are Southerners. Like, you know what I mean? With the heavy accent. Boom, you can't touch them, you can't crash them, or they start insulting you, or your car isn't fast enough, this and that.
God damn it, boy, you just crashed into me with that loud piece of shit car.
That's true. Um, uh, there's look up there in YouTube. There's this one gentleman that trolls them as well, and his gamer tag is Dale Earnhardt. No, was it? I forget what it is. This is this whatever. Dale Earnhardt died.
Oh,
LOL.
Ooh, dark.
Right, and he says no. Legend of Life.
I like
Like, you know what I mean? But as he's driving, people are giving him trouble. And he always goes, who me? But yeah, look that up. They're pretty funny. But
little,
I did see
little old May.
who me? But yeah, I did watch that fight on NASCAR. I watched the fight over the weekend, the Tyson Fury. Yeah, there was punches thrown everywhere. And it's always good to see a good NASCAR fight. Right? You think they always get along a little, you know what I mean? But they don't. And he had every reason to throw a punch too.
It's the same thing too. Like, man, growing up watching basketball in the, early 90s, late 80s, before the Raptors were a thing, of course, my family comes from New York. So that's where my mom was born. So I have, half American, whatever, citizenship, whatever you want to call it. And the New York Knicks were my team for the longest time. So over the weekend, too, Randy called me actually when it was happening. The Knicks and Pacers had a game 7, which just started out like an absolute frenzy. It was like punches being thrown. That's what it really felt like. And these guys were chippy at each other's throats, pushing each other around. And people don't expect that from basketball. But man, look back at like the 90s, you'll see literal punches being thrown at guys as they're going up for layups. Charles Oakley being one of the toughest mother effers of all time that ever wore a basketball uniform. Man, that guy, if he saw some of these fouls that are even being called today, he would think that this is like the softest league of all time. But for a little while, it felt like it was like that again. And then, unfortunately, Jalen Brunson broke his hand, who was the star for the Knicks, and then that just changed everything in the game for, the Pacers and Knicks after that.
Yeah, I heard. I'm sorry to hear it. I know you're excited at the beginning of the game. Thank goodness I didn't call you after the game. So,
no, I was still excited.
Okay.
Excited. Ultimately, I wasn't attached to anybody winning or losing. It would have been nice for the city of New York to see them win because every time those guys win anything, that city goes into an absolute frenzy. And I can really doubt that anybody in Indiana was like even in the streets celebrating. New York would have been, man, if they even made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, cars would have been flipped. It would have been riots in the streets, crazy Knicks fans everywhere. And you know what else is crazy, Randy? I know this is kind of out of left field, but you know that I've got like this affinity for my whole random bird family, like Rudy, who's made an appearance every now and then. But Randy, have you ever seen an owl walk before?
Walk across a perch or a branch, yes, but not like, are you talking down the street on a sidewalk? No, but
walk through a house, okay? Because some people have pet owls. Anyways,
okay, no.
The way that I can describe it, and we're going to add a clip to the show afterwards, the synopsis, but the way that I can describe it is that owls sleuth everywhere. They sleuth about like Pink Panther. So, Randy, if you haven't seen it before, it's something that you need to see before, we meet our great end, because it was just, it was everything to me. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot.
You had a really boring weekend. And now I apologize. I like birds. I do.
No, dude, I went out. I went out once. I went to the lake with my dog and stuff. I had a great weekend. I had a chill weekend. That's for sure. But
I'm only playing with you. I'm only playing with you. No, please, send that to me. Let me see it.
Not as good as Baron Corbin's weekend, apparently, though, because Randy's like, whoa, Baron Corbin's bowling.
Yeah, so as of late, I've been watching a lot of PBA, and I was just sitting there, and I forgot all about this tournament because, yeah, they have done it the last couple of years. And I'm looking there, and I see this big head in a crowd, and I'm like, oh, that looks like JD. And I'm sitting there staring because they haven't talked about it as of yet. And I did get in about 10 minutes of the show. The next thing you know, I look to the opposite side and there's Baron Corbin. I'm like, oh, geez. And I guess I posted on Facebook. But yeah, the PBA, their playoffs, their player title for the end of the year, it's actually sponsored by WWE. And Baron Corbin presented a title belt at the very end to the winner with Mr. Grohl. So yeah, good job. That was fun to watch, especially again with my son being such a big part of the bowling community now. We definitely try to watch it every week, just so he gets little tips.
It's probably a fun little tie-in too. And then the poor girl sitting behind JD McDonough definitely paid really good money for those seats and couldn't see a damn thing. That big head is just covering up that entire screen, just like it was covering up the screen on Monday Night Raw. Randy, should we do what we're here to do, what they pay us the big bucks to do? Talk about Monday Night Raw.
Let's do it.
All right, the Raw Dog is here, and it's time to get raw. Let's get raw, folks, because it's time for Monday Night Raw. Does that sound good, Randy? You like it?
Sound good.
All right.
I like it.
Calm down. Anyways, we come live from North Carolina. Everybody loves North Carolina, and that is not an AW claim or anything. That is definitely a Michael Jordan claim. But yes, North Carolina, Greensboro Coliseum, and we are here. We are 5 days away from the Queen and King of the Ring, apparently. Man, this happened fast, Randy. Isn't it like these PLEs are just sneaking up on us so fast, especially the ones that are outside of like the main PLEs recently? Is it just me, or does it feel like we're getting them like every 4 weeks?
I think we are. If you really think of it, I think we definitely are. It is
4
back
weeks.
to pre-COVID days, I believe. Especially with everything coming up as well. Them adding it every 4 weeks, but it's been good builds since WrestleMania to me, anyways. I believe. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for Saturday. Another Saturday pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it, and we can go out afterwards. It's good.
Saturday in Jeddah. And me and Randy are definitely going out afterwards. We're going to have a few tacos, a few pops. Actually, I've been drinking pop for like a week now. Change that. Cut that out of my diet. But yeah, that's another thing. Anyway, Sami Zayn is here, folks. He's here to get things going, and he is ready. Listen, I actually, like Randy said, the buildup that's been going into Queen and King of the Ring, this match between Sami, Bronson Reed, and Chad Gable, I really like it, man. And I really like the analogy that Sami Zayn uses here about mind, body, and soul going at each other in this match. The mind of Chad Gable, the unstoppable force, the body of Bronson Reed, and then the soul of Sami Zayn, who he will always bet on 100% to win. Randy, out of those three topics, who are you betting on the most? Mind, body, or soul?
It definitely has to be body, right? Because it is wrestling. Like, don't get me wrong. If you're already in the ring, I think body would do it. Because if you lost your mind, your body, you probably wouldn't be there. Soul doesn't make a difference. But if your body gives out, your body gives out. So I'm not Mr. Zayn. And I think I proved myself right. But we'll explain it after.
Yeah, I think, honestly, Randy, you just made me believe that we've already gotten a little tidbit of might be what to come. Might be what to come indeed, especially because here comes Chad Gable in the Alpha Academy, who is so personally obsessed with Sami Zayn, when really Bronson Reed, all he cares about is just destroying everybody and taking that title belt home. Alpha Academy is here, and Chad Gable is taking complete responsibility, saying that the title win for Sami Zayn was all up to him. He helped him do it. He led him to the path of righteousness. He is disappointed in the Alpha Academy so far. Otis is there. I think Otis is going to have that turn. And for a second there, I got really excited because, oh man, the crowd's chanting something for Otis because they want him to turn, but they were just doing the "You suck" chant, which fits perfectly for Chad Gable, by the way, who was in a very Rocky Italian stallion themed robe as well coming to the ring. Did you notice that? I was like, he's got the black and yellow. It was great.
100%, 100%. It looked like a Timu robe though in a way, but compared to other gear that you normally see. But yes, it was totally Rocky-esque or Fury-esque or Usyk-esque, I guess you can say.
Dude, we definitely have some Timu brand gear coming into WWE recently. We're going to see it later with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark with their baseball jersey and basketball jersey combination because they both love baseball and basketball so much. That's their gimmick going forward. Anyways, non-title match here between Chad Gable and Sami Zayn because they're both scheduled tonight and they're both ready to go. We have a great opener here between these two. There's great chemistry, between the two of them in the ring, as there always is. Chad Gable's unstoppable, technical, sorry, I don't know what just happened there. Anyways, Chad Gable's unstoppable technical awareness in the ring, and Sami Zayn with his soul that is just never going to quit, which this match is actually, they give them a nice little bit of time to go through here. Ultimately, Gable just wants Alpha Academy to help him cheat so badly. They are so not into it, and he exiles Akira Tozawa and Maxine Dupree. I don't know if I could ever send Maxine Dupree away from the ring if she was there at ringside for me, Randy. Do you think that's something that, you have the capacity of even doing?
Well, not last night for sure. She was very Stacy Keibler-esque in her appearance last night. Holy crow, did she look like $1 million plus one. But yeah, no, I would definitely not. Tozawa maybe. Maxine, definitely not.
Anyways, Sammy reverses the Michinoku driver for 2. A haluva kick is reversed into an ankle lock, which, again, like I said, these two really look good in the ring together. Zayn to the exploder, Gable into the corner, but now Otis has to interfere because he is forced to do so. Unfortunately, Chad Gable rolls into the Chaos Theory for the pin, and that is it, folks. But this is a really nice opener here. 2-segment opener. Got things started off very good, and I like to see how much this is actually affecting Otis personally when he continues to have to help Chad Gable. Right.
Yeah, great opener, just like you said. And yes, the conflict of the whole group. Are we heels or are we faces? Are we good guys or are we bad guys? Yeah, let's see what side Otis does turn on. But I honestly don't think it may be just a short time for Otis here. But yeah, I did help to cheat a little, gave a little clothesline to Sami Zayn in the corner. But I don't think this is going to last long. So.
No. And the question too is like, if the turn happens and Otis turns face, what's next for Otis after that? What's Otis's next step if there is no Alpha Academy? I feel like the Alpha Academy is very important to his continued growth and development within the company. Yeah. What do you think? Is there anything for him besides this if he was to, break free?
New dean of Chase University as they promote themselves up to the main roster. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? It's Chase U is pretty popular down there, so why not? If the Alpha Academy won't do it, Gable tries for the Intercontinental belt if he succeeds, or if he doesn't, after Otis and Gable have a little feud and Gable gets a little stable, why not bring up Chase U? That's definitely a perfect idea, but I don't.
Oh, man. You know what? I could see them on SmackDown for sure. I think they fit into that SmackDown brand. Pretty Deadly's there already, so you kind of already have that NXT vibe going down. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Anyways, the commentary team starts talking about some QR codes. Randy and I have been talking about QR codes for a little bit too long now. It's come to the point where we just want to see something. And I think that King and Queen of the Ring has to be some type of introduction here for this Wyatt 6 or whatever you're going to call it.
Yeah, supposedly the QR code last night showed Uncle Howdy. So I didn't see it as of yet. I'm only going from what I'm reading online. I'm presuming it will starting King and Queen from what I'm understanding. So it could be a little prolonged. We might see one of them. Who it will be, I do not know.
There you go. There you go. Anyways, we get a video package here on EO Sky. For some reason, the Queen of the Sky is underwater during the video package. Not sure why, but she is there. And that's what's going on, folks. She promises to be the Queen of the Ring. Well, they say something about promises sometimes, Randy. Sometimes promises can't be kept. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Anyways, okay. We're running down the rest of the card there.
But wait, fish can fly. You know that, right? Is she a flying fish? Have you ever seen a flying fish before? You're talking about owls walking. Have you ever seen a fish fly, Eric?
I have seen a fish fly. I've seen a marlin jump out of water, which seemed like a fish flying. And I've seen Dorados do it too. So they definitely fly for a little while. They float at very least. But yes, no, I have not seen your prototype flying fish ever before. I don't know where am I going to see that? Seriously.
Mexico.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just saying it.
I don't know. I mean, like, as I say that, I'm like, there probably is, but like, I've never seen a flying fish in Mexico. I've seen dolphins jump out of water.
Yeah,
I've seen turtles jump out of water and fly. No,
but they don't have wings. They don't have wings.
That's never happened. That's never happened. And like, can we also just quickly talk about paper straws and how they're definitely not helping anything with, killing any turtles, and how we want plastic straws back so badly? Because no turtle has ever said, oh my God, I've died because I have a plastic straw lodged in my nose.
Sean Burkhead, go out there and buy Eric Blondon a metal straw so he can take it everywhere he goes, put it in his little pocket protector front pocket when he goes on his dates, and he can pull his straws for him. Sean Burkhead, that's your admission.
Yeah, you're overestimating that, bud. There's no dates. Anyways, all right. Video package on EOS Guy is done. Run down the rest of the card for Queen and King of the Ring. Randy is Randy for it. He is definitely excited. He's ready to rand his way into it. The Alpha Academy is being interviewed, but they are cut off as someone has attacked an LWO member, and apparently it's a big deal. And they're like, was it Carlito? Was it? And Rey Mysterio is there. And yeah, the LWO is there on screen for, I don't know, 2 seconds. And that's about it. LWO, nice to have you on Monday Night Raw.
For a second. Good. Carlito. Good.
Just a fleeting thought in the night. A flickering light in the night of the LWO. It's over. It's over.
Booyaka.
Why are we still doing this? Anyways, all right. Next up is a match between Braun Breaker and Cale Dixon. Now, first of all, Randy, I got to know, is Cale Dixon like an NXT guy, or is he just a local talent?
Well, he's a level up guy, so I think he is an NXT. He has been a couple episodes of Level Up.
Yeah, I forgot you're a Level Up guy too.
No, not really, but thanks for pointing that out. But no, I just looked into it a little last night because this guy, this poor gentleman. Go ahead, explain the match. That's all I got to say. This poor gentleman.
Yeah, listen, Braun Breaker comes to the ring just looking like an absolute destroyer. He's complaining about not being the king of the ring before the match. And he just, before the match even can start for this poor Cale Dixon, he is thrown outside of the ring, hit with a massive spear. The referee then when he brings him back to the ring, the referee is just trying to hold up this poor son of a bitch. And Braun just hits the ropes 3 times and gets like an assist from the referee holding the guy up as he smokes him. And man, just the sheer insane look of Braun Breaker afterwards, right? And everything that he did after the match was finally done. The steps, the chair. Man, it would have been so much better if this was done to like a more notable person than this Level Up guy. But having this done was actually done very well. And yeah, just Braun's like spitting in the ring out of his mouth because he's so crazy nuts and red. Man, that guy was red.
Man, it was either the HD or the spray tan that didn't match. But yes, he was red.
Bro, man. He absolutely was having like thoughts of that moment of Cora Jade leaving him and whatever she's doing now, and just all that fucking rage came out in that match, and I loved it. Loved it.
He's a beast. That's all I got to say. He's definitely a beast. The running outside of the ring after the match, when he ran the full 360, full tilt, and broke. And when I say he broke, he broke Mr. Kale Dixon in half.
Yeah, that was
terrible.
disgusting.
It looks so good though. It looks so
It looked
good.
great. It looked great. We had some sort of unsafe spots this week on Monday Night Raw for sure. That was probably one of them, but he had to listen for Kale Dixon. That guy, you're like a beast, man. To take that destruction. Yeah, I know. You get on TV, right? It's like, yeah, you're on TV. Go for it. That guy is probably resting up for the next 4 weeks after that, dude. Like he took some serious hits, and I know it's just a few of them, but woo,
Man, Braun Breaker made Sid Vicious look like non-stiff. It was terrible. Stan Hansen. It's Braun Breaker. Is Stan Hansen with less eyesight. Man. It was terrible. No, but it was great.
Yeah, he completely crushed Kale. Poor Kale was done after that. Thrown into an ambulance after that. Pierce is yelling at him, "How could you do this? How could you do this to me?" Breaker's like, "You cannot control me, and this is your fault for not putting me in the King of the Ring." Man, yeah, there's no way for them to still put him in there, right? There's no way for this to be like a 3-way at the end, is there?
No. I think it's definitely good whoever wins the King of the Ring, Braun going off against. I think that could definitely be the first storyline. Depending.
It can't be Gunther. It can't.
Never know. But that would be good to see. It would be good to see.
It would be like, listen, it would be like that dream match style match, but both of them need to take wins still and can't take L's. So that would be hard to see what would happen between the two of them. But all right. Anyways, quick run back of last week's Queen of the Ring matches there. And Becky Lynch gives Lyra Valkyria a pep talk. "You're here for this. This is all for you." No, I love it how like they're just like, "You're both Irish. Let's put you together." So it comes to the whole thing again of like, you're both Hispanic. So we're going to now talk Hispanic and also English on TV. You know, we got to bring in different crowds. Are we trying to draw in an Irish crowd recently? I mean, I feel like Sheamus, Becky Lynch, and Lyra Valkyria. What would be the name of their stable?
I don't know.
Frosted
Whiskey
Lucky
Inc.
Charms.
I have no clue. It reminds me of remember that weird stable with Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio, Rusev. What were they called?
Oh, the League of Nations.
The League of Nations, yes.
Just the League of Nations. Let's just throw all these random foreign heels together. They could have turned Kofi heel and made him African again and thrown him in there too. And nobody would have batted an eye, folks. Nobody would have batted an eye.
We'll call them the League of Nation then. League of
All
Nation.
right. All right. Enough.
All right,
I've done enough here. I've done enough damage to the network. We got to keep going. Queen of the Ring semifinals, Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria, my new favorite talent to watch on TV for so many damn reasons. For one, this match is definitely at the caliber of a world championship match. Honestly, Randy, did you get that vibe as you were watching this? Because I'm watching it and I'm like, dude, I'm so hooked into this match between these two.
100%. You got a former women's champion as well as a former NXT champion, right? One that beat Becky Lynch and one that had a belt for quite a bit of time, going for the Queen of the Ring. It is a good match on paper. It is a good match to watch. And the hype videos for it have been great. Talking about strapping a rocket onto somebody coming into a match or just getting promoted up. This is the proper way to do it.
Yeah, it's been done. It's been done right, and there's a definite gap there in the female division. Somebody needs to be at that level of being a main event talent who has been brought up, and she is definitely fitting into it right away. Again, we talk about Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown a lot, but I don't know if she's getting the rocket that Lyra is getting right now, and that shows in this match here with, you know, the former SmackDown Women's Champion. It is a great match. These two have just amazing offense and just really is an enjoyable match. Again, it has everything that you need. It has high stakes. It has crazy reversals. I love when Io Sky gets the power bomb on Lyra Valkyria. That is nasty. This is the thud that she hit the ring though afterwards. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, did she protect her head? I don't know if she did. Anyways, But the over the moonsault misses. Sky counters with Nightwing into a roll up, which is just reversed into another roll up to give Lyra Valkyria a sitting squatting pin just shy of 20 minutes. Again, the second match that we're getting tonight, that is a barn burner in my eyes. And I think that this was just awesome. And WWE has made the best decision possible of pushing forward Valkyria here in this process.
Yeah, absolutely great. Exactly what we were talking about a minute ago about saying putting a rocket to her. I don't think you talked about Tiffany Stratton too. With Valkyria and Tiffany Stratton, I don't think there has been a better call up in the women's division since Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch. Like, there's nothing comparable.
Wow.
Now, don't get me wrong. Tiff, I think Tiff is showing strong on her side. Like, she definitely is showing strong. She's always been in three ways to the most part, right? And almost getting there. Here with Io, you've always been on a one-on-one, so you can't lose. So yeah, you definitely have to get over. It all depends though. So Valkyria moves on to the Queen of the Ring, either against the winner of Nia Jax or Bianca Belair. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to watch on Saturday.
I hope we're not going to watch Nia Jax, but I can very easily see WWE doing that. I can very easily see it happen. But to see Belair and Valkyria, that is the match on paper that I think everybody wants. And to see Valkyria take the entire thing home would not be a surprise. This is the best way that you can use this tournament, which really has meant nothing, especially to the women's division for a long time. Queen Zelina Vega, what happened with that? Like, nothing happened with that. So for this to actually mean something and push her, and it really has pushed her so far. Look at the wins that she's picked up on Raw every week for the last 3 weeks. And man, she's just killing it there. She's killing it. And she looks incredible. She's suiting the part and she just looks great.
100% I agree. But I honestly have to say Nia Jax is going to win on Friday with some type of distraction or whatever happened like last week on SmackDown. Does Nia need the Queen of the Ring? No, I don't think so. Does Bianca? Definitely not. Right? She's a women's champion, below this and that, like a tag team champion. So the only sense is put it on Valkyria. So I honestly believe it'll be Nia Jax versus Valkyria on Saturday.
Yeah, but you could very easily see the TKO influence come into here, Randy. You could see that and get something for Nia, who hasn't won any big matches and just gotten kind of those squash matches off. So yeah, anyways, all right. Valkyria is happy with her win. You know what? We're happy for her. We're happy for her here at SNME Radio, ain't we, Rand?
100%.
All right, Rand, let's get them. Backstage, we got R-Truth teaching the New Catch Republic how to do the hokey pokey and turn themselves around. It's so funny for a second as I'm looking at Tyler Bate. I was like, is that Tyler Breeze with a beard? For a second, because he was wearing a hat and everything. And I was like, wait a minute, Breezy? What you doing here? What you doing here, playa? Anyways, they're talking to each other. He's teaching them how to do the hokey pokey. The Miz is worried about facing Judgment Day tonight, but it's cool though because Andre the Giant told R-Truth that they'll be fine. Of course, he's talking about Braun Strowman. R-Truth continues to be great. This run between the Awesome Truth also continues to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, Randy.
100%, 100%. Everybody's behind the Awesome Truth, in which they should. But can the Judgment Day, Mr. Big Head, and Finn Balor come over the Awesome Truth tonight? They have Andre the Giant. Like, Awesome Truth has Andre the Giant, so I don't know what their chances are.
Yep, we're going to have to find out, I guess. So stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned. Anyways, so talking about stuff that is, I guess, not good or very good, depending on how much you like or dislike somebody. Ilya Dragunov is really frustrated after last week's walk, but here comes Ricochet. He wants a rematch, and Braun Breaker comes in and spears Ricochet to the moon. Thank God that we have Ricochet back in this incredible push for Ricochet. It has been wonderful.
Ain't that quick, eh? Talk about a speed champion being taken out in less than 5 minutes, man. That was less than 0.5 seconds. So, yeah, way to go, Braun. Just ruined their speed championship.
Speed. Yeah, he spat on in and just completely broke him in half, and that was it. The medics are checking out Ricochet, so I think that's going to be Braun Breaker's first match, and I hope that he just destroys him, honestly. I really do. At this point, the whole Ricochet character is stupid. Him showing up in these like suits with no shirts on recently with glasses on, like he's some type of, I don't know what they're doing. Like, really, what are they trying to push him as? What is he? What is he, man? I don't know. I've never
Samantha
known.
Irvin's boyfriend. That's what he
about, honestly, that's about it since NXT, dude. Since NXT, he is not, one and only. Like, it's just not the same thing. Maybe even bringing that theme song back would help him a little bit. Like, honestly, possibly
100%.
Instead of the super generic theme that they have, and just let him do what he does. Don't make him talk, man. Just let somebody talk for him. I don't care. Put him in like the new Alpha Academy as a heel if you need to with Chad Gable. Down. Chad Gable, Ricochet, and the Creed brothers. The new Alpha Academy 2.0. All right, we look at Gunther and Jey Uso advancing to the King of the Ring semifinals. And oh my God, Gunther cuts a promo in an empty arena. And the first thing I thought to myself is, why are we having a Dare ad from the 1990s? And Gunther is about to tell us not to do drugs. Kids, don't do drugs and stay in school. He is wearing dad attire to the nines. He's got like a denim shirt with a covering a white shirt underneath and just some pants that he definitely bought at Walmart. But yeah, he's talking there. Anyways, whatever. It was ridiculous.
I liked it. I honestly did like it, Eric. I'm sorry. I thought it was just a different side. Yeah, the King of the Ring. It's coming up. He's getting excited. Fine. He isn't. No, he's not a dad now, is he? No, she didn't. Jimmy didn't have a baby. I liked it. Okay. All right.
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. But yeah, you liked it. But anyways, Gunther is there. This is all business, and he is going to win the King of the Ring, the King General. You can say that you heard it here first, folks, but you probably didn't. But we've been all about it since the start. At least I have. I think Randy has too, really. Just might not want to. There you go. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, I just don't know if he's going to admit it, and he admitted it. So I like it when Randy admits things. Admit to me, Randy, your sins. Please don't.
I won't.
Okay, cool. Damian Priest gives Finn Balor and JD McDonough a pep talk before turning to Carlito, who is there, which means that we're going to have a little bit of Spanglish going on. There's going to be a little bit of conversation. Priest missed the sign that says this is the APA, so Carlito can't hang here forever. Great. All right. The rest of the team leaves, and Carlito asks if the Priest saw the New York Knicks lose. And Priest just says, what's wrong with you? And really, what is wrong with you, man? That hurts.
That was
how much that hurts?
It hurts.
Yeah. Listen, New York hasn't been to the semifinals in 24 years. So, yeah, that hurts. If you're from New York and you're a basketball fan, that hurts. This was a great season for them. They got riddled by injuries, like 4 injuries in the playoffs to their key players. Man, anyways.
Cry me a river. Cody Crybaby. I'm a leaf in the Bills stand, and you're talking, it's been for 24 years. Whatever.
I'm not crying about it. I'm a Raptors guy, man. We have our title. I'm good to go. Chill. Take it easy.
All right.
Baron Corbin presented a title to a professional bowler for winning the tournament, and my God, they have the absolute funniest teleprompter stuff ever with Baron Corbin rolling for the strike, missing by 1 pin. Pat McAfee is saying he is no longer bum-ass Baron Corbin. He is handsome Baron Corbin as he's doing it. It is hilarious. He just needed that one, and he's writing the ones on the screen like 3 or 4 times. They have done a lot with that teleprompter, man. It started out being so ridiculous because I think they actually wanted it to be like a serious thing. And then McAfee was like, no, I got to Mac this up a little bit. And he's just Mac attacked it ever since then. And man, anytime that they bring it out, it's something funny. It always is something funny.
100%. 100%.
And Randy liked it because he likes bowling, and he likes his
bowling.
bowling.
I like bowling.
All right, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler here. They're getting ready, and they're wearing their, sports get up because they both love sports so much. Basketball jersey and softball jersey as well on Shayna. Sorry, I guess I should have called it baseball, but anyways, whatever. They're getting ready. Sonya Deville returns and has something to talk to them about. Sonya Deville. What could she do for the women's division, Randy?
Go back with Chelsea.
Oh, but they're on a different brand.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. All right.
She's just back.
Right. Yeah.
No, she's back. That's it. What is she going to do? What did she do before? Nothing. So what is she going to do now? Nothing. What are you asking a stupid question? No, I'm playing. Yeah, that's a really good question. Maybe she can do something this time. I don't know. What that may be, I have no clue.
Randy, just listen, guys. If you haven't seen it, there is a post-game interview between Anthony Edwards and Carl Anthony Towns and the press, and they're talking to them about losing, and they just have like the most common response like Randy ever had. The guy's like, "We've been losing for 25 years. How much do you want us to lose?" Stupid question. Come on. We don't want to lose. Like, we want to keep winning. So it's the best thing ever, honestly. But Randy, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to ask dumb questions, but I like getting those answers out of you.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Tag team titles, we have the Awesome Truth, Randy's favorite, between JD, Big Head, and Finothy Balor. Finn Balor is there, folks, and he is an awesome guy. But anyways, Awesome Truth is defending, and Dominic Mysterio is here. He's got his mustache with him for the fight. We have a nice little fights between these guys. Honestly, we continue to see Awesome Truth's matches become a little bit less comedy-based and a little bit more wrestling-based, honestly. Especially even with R-Truth and his 5 moves of John Cena Doom, but we do see it there. It is there. Anyways, this is queuing for Carlito for a distraction, but R-Truth hits little Jimmy on McDonough. Carlito puts foot to the rope, so here is Braun Strowman, Braun, and he's just running to the ring and a train noise, as he always does. This helps R-Truth grab an AA for the pin to McDonough. JD Big Ted always taking the pin, just shy here of 10 minutes. Randy, unfortunately, Judgment Day does not recapture those titles.
Hey, can we give a shout out to Big Head? He is so underrated, man. He looks so like all this time through the Judgment Day, he's looked great, right? A guy that would normally be sort of irrelevant, like, you know what I mean? Sort of irrelevant, but it's always been there, very comedic, taking the bumps that he's been taking. And I don't know. I thought he was the star of this match. You're right. A lot of the Miz and R-Truth are looking very two-time John Cena-esque matches. So JD was a star. Nothing against Finn Balor either, but JD made this match fun.
Yeah,
Who cares about Braun? Fuck him. But other than that,
yeah,
like,
fuck Braun Strowman.
I'm
seriously. Sorry. I hope he hears that. No, I don't hope he hears that. That's mean. But no, just having him there is just, what does it do, man? It doesn't add anything. He's the monster among men. And next week, he's accepted a match online against JD McDonough. So poor JD is going to have to take another beating, which we wish he didn't have to, for F's sakes, honestly. Even if like Judgment Day becomes like some conversion therapy thing here for Braun Strowman and turns him pro JD Judgment Day, then like, please, oh God, we're gonna have to watch JD McDonough take a beating from Braun Strowman next week. It's gonna be so boring.
Poor JD is gonna be like the Funko that he looks like. Unfortunately, be thrown like a javelin. But again, like, I'm not looking forward to that next week. He doesn't
like bullies. He doesn't like bully, and apparently JD McDonough is the biggest bully here on the planet.
Yeah.
His head is biggest, but I don't know about that.
Anyways,
Anyways, Becky Lynch congratulates Lyra Valkyria on her win. Liv Morgan comes in to do the same, but she doesn't seem like she even cares. And then she throws in a nice slap, hits her with a slap on the face because she, sneak attacked her with Becky last week. So payback from Liv. Livothy Morgan is here. That's all we see from Liv tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, I like Liv. I like this Liv. I don't know. It's something about it. I just like, I don't know.
As far
it's not
as
Rhea.
Action, yeah, as far as the action goes here, that's all we see from Liv, because we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a conversation, folks. Anyways, Bronson Reed is having a conversation with Sami Zayn. He's going to use his body to win the Intercontinental title. Randy, once again, we have another cue that whole body thing is what is going to be the winner here out of mind, body, and soul. Imagine if we actually now brand this match mind, body, and soul. Sammy, Chad, Bronson, mind, body, and soul.
Very good.
Good? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But anyways, Otis comes in and he apologizes. Listen, Sammy knows Otis is a good guy. You're a good guy. You do good things. And the fans start to chant for Otis. The fans like Otis. But again, after it happens, the fans will not like Otis. The fans will not have love for Otis. And the fans will not be pushing Otis into any singles titles or anything like that. So come on, folks. Let's get real about it. Let's get real. Here's Becky Lynch for a quick chat. And the man has come around to North Carolina. Oh, God. Once again. The worst saying in pro wrestling, folks. The worst saying in pro wrestling by far. And here comes Becky to talk about the chat. She knows Liv Morgan is a different person now, and she still thinks that she will help her become champion, which brings Liv Morgan to interrupt, and she is there once again. She's on her revenge tour, folks. People don't really care about the revenge tour as far as I'm concerned. It seems like the Queen of the Ring and what's going on with Lyra Valkyria is definitely taking a lot of the fire from this feud. Randy, do you think so? I mean, like, that's what I think about this feud right now.
Yeah, 100%. A little out of it, but I don't know. It's definitely going to be Liv and Becky anyways. So I don't know what Lyra, I guess afterwards, maybe Liv beats Becky and then go right into Valkyria. I have no clue.
Yeah, I think so. That's a possibility. Who knows? Becky still wanted some time off, but she had to step in for WrestleMania. Seth is currently on time off, so that would make a lot of sense that would happen.
100%.
Anyways, we get some what chants, which shows that the crowd could really give a damn about what's going on between these two at this current time. But whatever, it's going to happen. The challenge is on right now, and Morgan teases going to the ring, but stops to mock Lynch for looking stupid. She'll wait for the title match, and she's going to tell Becky, don't cry about it, just like Randy told me not to cry about the Knicks earlier.
Yeah, did you? You got it. You got it. Took this long for you to get it, but you got it.
Damian Priest is not pleased with the Judgment Day's loss, and he walks off. Finn Balor agrees with him. I agree with you. We are both in this together, but you are the champion. When he said that to Damian Priest, and Priest has like the look on his face, he's just smiling up in the sky. It was funny. I thought that was a very funny face. Anyway, Xavier Woods is back there with Kofi Kingston, and he is cleared to action. And here comes Karrion Kross and Scarlett. They're talking about time and how much time there is to do time-based things. And guess what? He's got a handlebar mustache, folks, and really long hair. Like, I haven't seen Karrion Kross in a long time. So when I saw his hair pulled like in a ponytail like that, I was like, whoa, okay. This is crazy. You guys got a lot of hair. Why would you ever shave your head bald?
Oh, exactly. It's almost like your hair right now, to be honest with you. The way I'm looking at it, Stan, it's like almost the exact same. So imagine Karrion Kross with Eric B's hair. That's exactly. We're very descriptive here on Draw Straws Raw. The best.
Yeah, I have no handlebar mustache though, folks.
Maybe
no
you should.
handlebar mustache. I think that's going to be a hard pass.
Okay, sorry.
Anyways, folks, the match we've all been looking for. It's a fuck me 4-way match. Oh my god, between the women's tag division of Monday Night Raw. Katana Chance, Kaden Carter versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile versus Damage Control for a future women's world title shot. I hate when they do this. It's like the worst thing, in my opinion. Just throw everybody together, and whoever wins is definitely the one who deserves the shot next. We already kind of know who. It could only be one of two teams, right? Out of these four, there's only one of two teams that's actually going to win. I think the after party is an afterthought at this point. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, have we even thought about them for weeks? I didn't even know they were still there.
No.
Anyways, Kairi Sane hits an insane elbow, connects on Maxine Dupree, but Shayna Baszler and Stark cut Sane off. Stark tosses Dupree into Stark's knee for whatever the hell they call it for the pin. This match somehow went on for almost 10 minutes because it had to, because there was just way too much going on in the ring. And yeah, it was wild.
I thought the clusterfuck was the week of WrestleMania. I was so freaking angry after this match. This was the worst match probably of the year that I've ever watched.
If we're rating this out of anything, this is definitely like, okay, let's give it an E. E minus.
100%. We were praising the Valkyria earlier and Sky, and then this came on. Like, this actually did turn my stomach. I was so upset after watching this match. I couldn't believe it was on TV. Like, what do they have house shows for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they're not learning on house shows or whatever. Like, this. I have no clue. This is garbage. Sorry, Eric, man. Now I'm perturbed.
No, it was a perturbing match, honestly, and we somehow had 10 minutes of it. Like, it should have not been there, and it shouldn't have not been that long. It should have just been, just have two really good teams have a really good match. There's no reason to throw in these other there that just don't deserve any, they don't deserve to be in the same ring. And you could see that during the match, and that's why it didn't make any sense. That's all.
Everybody looked just confused. Just everybody looked confused.
House shows and Level Up and all of that other stuff. I don't know why they're not throwing like Maxine Dupree on that a little bit more. Are they? I mean, like, it seems like she's only on Raw, really.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I like her too. I like, you know what I mean? I have nothing against her, but all of them did not look like this. Looked like a student indie show match, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and ultimately they have to work the demographic a little bit, and that's probably what they're doing by keeping Maxine on Monday Night Raw, which is 3 hours long, folks. 3 hours of hell. No, it wasn't. It's not 3 hours of hell all the time. It just, this match made it seem like it was 3 hours of hell, but it was only 10 minutes of the worst thing ever. All right, Ludwig Kaiser is not worried about Gunther. Looking ahead of the finals and mocks Sheamus. No matter what, Kaiser will put him down. Put him down. He says it really sternly as he's leaving. And here comes Drew McIntyre. And he's like, you know, you're probably wondering why I'm doing here. People want me. He's coming for Damian Priest and the title. Okay, I'm down with it. I like the way it's going. I'd like CM Punk a little bit more, but I like the way this is going with Mr. McIntyre.
Yeah, because Twitter's been on fire as of late, too. I've been closely watching it for the last while.
Twitter's been on fire because you're Mr. McIntyre. Oh, your name is Randy, and you're here on the show. Okay. Chad Gable is talking to the Creed brothers back, and here comes Otis to say that he apologized to Sammy. Like I said, he's having kind of that camaraderie with the Creeds already. We're very close to just having the whole current Alpha Academy dumped for some type of upgraded Alpha Academy, and it's probably going to happen. King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring.
Chase you.
Chase you. Chase you. Here we come. Next destination. All right. We get a quick rundown again of the Queen and King of the Ring tournament. Like, we haven't had enough of that tonight. Honestly, I think we all know what's going on at this point after like the fourth vignette about what's going on with the last matches. And oh, all right. Anyways, Jey Uso is here and he's eating like there's no tomorrow. Oh man. Anyways, he does the whole walk-in thing that WWE has been doing recently. It's main event time. Let's go. It's Jey Uso. He starts yeeting it off real soon as he goes on. He's just yeeting his way down there, man. And Gunther looks like $1 million as he's making his way to the ring as well. And Randy, these two just start slugging away at each other. Big props to Jey Uso because he takes a beating from Gunther in this match and looks like he can actually stand with him very easily. Like, Jey Uso looked very tough in a very tough-hitting match. Gunther continuing to be the old school heel style wrestler where he's focusing on the right arm of Jey Uso, just absolutely decimating it to the point where Jey is holding on to it. He cannot lift Gunther, cannot lift the ring general. But there is one point of the match when I could say I can absolutely hate it, and whatever, you can't be safe all the time. But that Samoan drop, man, the way that Gunther fell, I was like, oh my God, you almost just cost like the entire tournament. Dude, the way that he tried to brace himself because he tried to reach out with his right arm, it was like man, I was like, Gunther is a tough mother effer because, look, that guy took that crazy bump, got back up, and continues just working. Whew, I was scared. I was like, please don't have a broken arm. That'd be like the worst thing ever here. We have to go in that direction, and somehow Jey Uso becomes the king of the ring, right? But anyways, chopping and slapping all the time. We get finally a little bit of hope here when Jey Uso can get a counter and he hits a spear, kind of hits the ref a little bit. I don't know, Randy, was that like a planned ref bump? It looked like it was maybe a little unplanned. I don't know.
I have no clue. I don't think it was planned, but it looked all right though, because it sort of played into the story. So like playing into the story, so I definitely do think it was planned now thinking of it, right? Because it took a couple of seconds off that when he went for the pin.
Off the pin, yeah. He gets the Superfly splash. Ref takes a second to get there, leaving it at a 2.9 count. Gunther just says, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Locks Jey Uso's arm in like kind of what looked like a Cobra clutch / sleeper hold. Just enveloped him like an anaconda. Jey Uso is snuffed out in the ring, has nowhere to go. And Gunther looks like $1 million doing this, man. This match was great. Great main event. And honestly, we had like 3 top tier main event quality matches this evening. So yeah, I really liked the episode of Monday Night Raw, but I really want to hear Randy, what are your thoughts on this episode of Monday Night Raw?
Eric B, what are my thoughts? What are my thoughts of this 3-hour episode from North Carolina? I can't do it as good as you do. North Carolina. There. Welcome to In This Corner.
Randy.
Make love to me, Randy.
Randy, that's enough. Mr. Randy. Randy.
Welcome to In This Corner with Zayn.
Eric B, I definitely did enjoy this Raw this week. The main event, absolutely fantastic. Hard hitting. Did you guys see Jey Uso's chest? It was like a perfect welt in between his tattoo and his pectoral there. It was terrible, but it was a clinic, wrestling clinic again. Gunther strategizing using one piece of the body. That's what wrestling is about. A little storytelling, a little psychology in a match, so on and so forth. I definitely enjoyed it. Valkyria too. Great setup, beating Io Sky. What I disliked, man, I hate it's like I have that little taste in my throat of that stupid 4-way number 1 contender. It actually, it was just dumb. Yeah, it was really, really good, and then it just got dumb. It did take away from the show for me. But I did 3 hours again. It went by pretty quick. Other than that little 10 minutes that you're talking about, it went pretty quick, and I enjoyed it. We now know what is this Saturday for the King of the Ring on the Raw side. So what did I think? I'd give this episode 1 thumb up. That's it, 1 thumb, just because it would have been 1.5, but unfortunately that 4-way just took me out.
Man, Randy's got that 4-way under his thumb, y'all, and I don't blame him because that definitely drained everybody probably watching the show. I think it was just flat out awful garbage and a mix of some really great matches. So yes, we didn't flow all the way through these 3 hours, but we did see some awesome matches. We got to see the uprising here of the craziness of Braun Breaker, who looks like everything they want Braun Strowman to be. Am I wrong by saying that? I don't think so. But if I am, you know what? You can always send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is Wrestling with Eric. You can hit me up anytime, as a lot of people have been following me recently because I've mentioned it, unfortunately, on the line, and I wish I didn't, but here I am. I'm now a man that lacks privacy in my life, Randy. No, I'm good. I am a private person. But besides that, hit me up on Facebook. Join the S&ME Facebook group, folks. We always do live threads and chats when the show is going on. It was a little quiet last night, but that's because it was a long weekend here in Canada, if you're listening from outside of Canada. But if you are from Canada and Ontario, you know what was up. You know what was going on with Victoria Day. Randy, where can people go ahead and bother you?
Oh, thank you, Eric, for that. Yes, I am adopted. X, that is me. My Instagram isn't blowing up like Eric's. I have no idea why not. But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. It's We the Dark Order North. My old Dark Side of the Elite follow. Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know, man. It's like I see like tens and tens a week, Eric, going on to your Instagram. I don't know what's up with that. You ask and you shall receive, I guess. Yes.
Yeah, you put it out there. Sometimes you say things that you wish you didn't say things, but yeah, here I am. But
there you go.
Here I am, folks.
Yeah, go listen to all our shows. We got the Law Live Audio Wrestling with Brady and Chris. We got the main show, Sunday Night's Main Event with Boris and Donnie. We got All Elite Geekly, your AEW Dynamite source. You got Collision Catch Up. We got Steve Swift. We got Straight Talk Wrestling. We've got a plethora. Andre and Melball right now. A plethora of different shows. You can go to patreon.com/Sunday Night's Main Event. And join the Patreon if you wish to get them early and get the extended versions of them. Or you can just go to www.sundaynightsmainevent.com. Follow us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Sunday Night's Main Event. But yeah, that's all I got this week.
Nice. Very nice. Well, Randy, as per always, we always like to say to people, thank you so much for joining us all the way to the end of the show here. You guys are great. Our listeners, our fan base, our doghouse, whatever you want to call yourself, puppies in the yard, I don't know. We can figure it all out. We love you for listening. So until the next time, until you hear us again, folks, please take care of yourselves and each other and continue to live your lives impactfully.
Gimpy Stagando is this week. Go to it. And everybody live, laugh, and love wrestling.
Deuces! Deuces!
Original prankster. Original, yeah. Original prankster.
I'm Chiquita Banana, and I've come to say bananas have to ripen in a certain way, and when they're flecked with brown and have a golden hue, bananas taste the best and are the best for you. You can put them in a salad. Grief? No, not yet, my dear. That greenish way you're looking means that you are ripe for cooking.
How about me?
No, no. When you are fully ripe, my dear, those little flecks of brown appear.
Me?
You're most digestible, my friend. Delicious, too, from end to end. You can put them in a pie, any way you want to eat them. It's impossible to beat them. But bananas like the climate of the very, very tropical equator. So you should never put bananas in the refrigerator. Bananas are a solid food that doctors now include in baby's diet. And since they are so good for baby, I think we all should try it. Oh! See?